At the top of the list that everyone seems most interested in and excited to see when they come to the Bluegrass is the horse and the spectacular horse farms of the Bluegrass. The horse farms of the Bluegrass are a special one-of-a-kind showcase like no other in the world. Because of this treasure we love, when you enter either the Lexington or Louisville airports, you are greeted by over 60 impeccable, oversized canvas horse farm scenes and sporting images by one of the finest photographers to capture the essence of the Bluegrass and Kentucky, Doug Prather. Doug Prather is internationally known as one of the world's premier photographers of equine pastoral scenes and horse sport photography. Doug has developed a signature, unmistakable photographic style that blends his vast technical knowledge of the horse, his love for the horse, and his impeccable artistic eye. When you view a Doug Prather print or canvas, you are captivated and drawn into the image. This is the story of one of those images.
Hi, I'm Doug Prather. When I photographed Kentucky Morning Turnout, Prather and Associates did thoroughbred horse advertising for some of the greatest names in the thoroughbred horse business. One of our clients was Mrs. John Hay Whitney's GreenTree Stud. That farm is now Graham Beck's Gainesway Farm.
Our firm designed and created the advertising, and I also photographed the GreenTree stallions running in their paddocks for the advertising that would appear in the Blood Horse magazine and the Thoroughbred Record, the Daily Racing Form, as well as farm brochures and other promotional literature. The stallions that stood at GreenTree at the time were champions Arts and Letters and Key to the Mint. They were both owned by Virginia philanthropist Paul Mellon. Also standing at GreenTree at the time was a beautiful gray stallion Hatchet Man, Stage Door Johnny, Aaron's Isle, and Stop the Music. On this particular morning, I had started out very early, just when we had enough sun to take the pictures. The reason I had started out this early, it was extremely hot for this July. Kenneth Whaling, his nickname was Hassie. He was the main man in the barn who took care of the stallions. He would lead the stallions from the barn to the paddock and hold them up until I was ready to take the action pictures. Even though the horses had been up all night, the horses would only run up and down the fences maybe 2 or 3 times, and that was it because it was so hot. So I knew I only had a few frames to get the good action shots of them running.
I just finished photographing Arts and Letters, and he was in this paddock right here. Hassie had a particular order of the stallions. And he never deviated from the way that he brought the stallions out. And after Arts and Letters was put out in the paddock, I only had just a few moments to photograph the horses because it was such a hot July morning. After I had photographed Arts and Letters, I was out of film in my camera, so I reached in my pocket and put it in a fresh roll of film, but Stop the Music was already headed to the paddock and reloaded, and when I turned around, I saw him being walked out through this beautiful canopy of trees. So what I did is I sized up a composition and I snapped off a couple of really beautiful pictures, and that happened to be Kentucky Morning Turnout.